Hello everybody, in this lesson I will discuss something we call in the syllabus deductions from graphs, but in fact it's actually just an exam question. Refer to the figure. The graphs of f of x is equal to negative 2x squared minus 4x plus 30, that's the parabola, and g of x is equal to 2x plus 10, that's the straight line, are drawn not to scale. A and B are the x-intercepts and C is the y-intercept of f of x of the parabola. G is the turning point of f of x. A is the x-intercept and D is the y-intercept of g of x. Number 1. Determine the equation of the axis of symmetry of f of x. Now, what they are actually asking us to work out is the turning point, the x-coordinate of the turning point, because the x-coordinate of the turning point is the axis of symmetry. So we will start with writing down the equation of the parabola, and then a's value is the coefficient of x squared and b's value is the coefficient of x. We have a formula, x is equal to minus b over 2a, and that is the formula that will give us the x-coordinate of the turning point, in other words, the equation of the axis of symmetry. And then we'll substitute x is equal to minus, in b's place, in a bracket, negative 4 over 2 times bracket negative 2. And then on the numerator, negative times a negative is positive 4 over negative 4. And then your answer, x is equal to negative 1. So x is equal to negative 1 is the x-coordinate of the turning point, or we can refer to it as the equation of the axis of symmetry. Number 2. Determine the length of GH if GH is parallel to the y-axis. Now what is happening here is, from the previous slide, remember we calculated the x-coordinate of the turning point. That means we know the x-coordinate there at M is equal to minus 1. So what we are looking for is the length of GH. Now we will find GH by substituting minus 1 into the parabola. Then we end with the length of GM. And when we substitute minus 1 into the straight line, we have HM's length. And then to find GH, we will subtract the two lengths. So let's start. First of all, we will find the length of GM. Therefore, into the parabola, we will substitute negative 1 in x's place. And we end with f of minus 1 is equal to negative 2 bracket negative 1 squared minus 4 times negative 1 plus 30. Then negative 1 squared is plus 1. And negative 4 times negative 1 is plus 4. In the next step, minus 2 times 1 is 2, negative 2 plus 4 plus 30, and we end with y is equal to 32. So that means GM's length is 32 units. Then we will find the length of HM, and we will do that by substituting in x's place negative 1. Therefore, g of minus 1 is equal to 2 times minus 1 plus 10. 2 times minus 1 is negative 2 plus 10. Y is equal to 8. So that implies that HM's length is equal to 8. Then to get to GH, we will say GH equals the length of GM minus the length of HM, which is 32 minus 8, and then the length for GH is 24 units. Number 3. If JL equals 60 units, determine the length of OK. Now, when we want the length of OK, in fact, we are looking for the x coordinate there at K. And the fact that they gave us that JL is 60 units, that implies that the difference between the two graphs is 60 units. And we can say JL equals, remember I said the difference between the two graphs. Therefore, it's g of x, the straight line, minus f of x, the parabola. It's always the top graph minus the bottom graph. Then JL was given that it's 60 units equals 2x plus 10 minus bracket negative 2x squared minus 4x plus 30. And then I will multiply in this negative and I end with 60 equals 2x plus 10 plus 2x squared plus 4x minus 30. Now in the next step, I will add my like terms. So what happened here, there's your 2x squared, and then in terms of the x's, I said 2x plus 4x is 6x. Then the 60 will walk across and it becomes negative 60, and I can add all the constants. Therefore, it's going to be plus 10 minus 30 minus 60, and you end with minus 80. Now you want to factorize, but you can make this one a little bit easier and divide right through by 2, and you end with 0 equals x squared plus 3x minus 40. And now you will factorize. Therefore, your factors are x plus 8 and x minus 5. X is equal to minus 8 or x is equal to 5. Remember, if you can't factorize, you can use the quadratic formula to find the factors there. Now, there's two x values. Which one will we choose here? And we will choose x is equal to 5, since k is on the right hand side there next to O, and that's the positive x values. Therefore, OK is equal to 5 units. In the next video, I will discuss the average gradient. Click on the video in the left hand corner to take you straight to the next lesson. Have you subscribed yet?